All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. I hope my voice is coming good and clear. And today our topic is about the Trinity. So let us see today how and why the Muslims they say and they reject. If we go in the Quran, we will find some verses speaking about Jesus. Chapter 5, verse 116. And when Allah says, "Oh Isa," not Jesus, whenever you see the word Isa, Jesus in the Quran, that is not true. That is a false translation. Because you Muslim, you should not translate a name. If it is saying, like the word Jesus, there is a reason for it to be written Jesus. Otherwise, it is Yeshua. So because there is no equal letters in certain language, they do that. But in your language, it is Isa. You can type the word Isa as usual. Many Muslims they do. So Isa, son of Mary, Allah will say to him, "Did you say to your followers to worship me and my mother beside Allah?" Here we find Muhammad claiming that the Christian believe in the following Trinity: Isa, Maryam, and Allah. And this is why, and this is explained why Muhammad he did not speak much about Christianity. First, he do not know what Christianity is about, because there is not a single Christian believe that Mary is part of the Trinity. Mary is a human being like everybody. She is chosen by God, yes. She gave birth to Jesus, yes, but she is not part of the Trinity. So when the Quran say that Allah in the judgment day, because in different verses says Allah will ask Jesus the same question in the judgment day. Let us see the other verses. In chapter 4, verse number 71, it says the same, that Christian, you should not say there's Trinity. Don't say there are three but one. Don't say that. But you see, the Quran, as any book, you have to connect the dots. So what is the three person the Quran is speaking about? It is Mary, it is Isa, it is Allah. Going back to the previous verse, when Allah is going to say this to Isa, according to the Islamic understanding, that Allah will say that to Isa in the judgment day. This is in the future. Allah will say to Isa, "Did you say to your people to worship me and my mother beside Allah?" What does that mean? That means the Trinity which Muhammad is speaking about is the Trinity will stay until the judgment day. Do you understand what I'm saying? The Trinity which Muhammad claimed that the Christians has as Mary, Jesus, Allah is going to be the Trinity until the judgment day. This is the Trinity they have, and there is no other Trinity. This is alone prove Islam to be false religion. If you don't believe me, you can go right now and open the interpretation for this verse. You will see that this is about the judgment day. Allah will ask Jesus, "Did you say that?" And this is why he says, Isa, he says to him, "Well, if you want to punish them, it's up to you. If thou punish them, Lu, they are the slave." And this has been said, and the verse here confirmed that this is in the judgment day. Allah says this is the day in which they are truthful. That like this is the day when the good ones, the truthful, they will go to heaven. So this is about the judgment day, no question. So the Quran confirmed that there is a Trinity which is believed by the Christians is going to be the Trinity, and this is the only Trinity, because remember the Quran never spoke about other Trinity. But this is mean Allah is a false God, For he predict that there is a Trinity is going to stay in the judgment day, and that Trinity is Mary, Isa, and Allah. In Arabic, it's in front of you. I mean, you need me to put it for you in Arabic? Read it. وإذ قال الله يا عيسى ابن مريم أأنت قلت للناس اتخذوني وأمي إلهين من دون الله قال سبحانك ما يكون لي etc. So, you know, the Arabic is so clear, even more clearer. And this is why you see here Jesus saying, you want to punish them, it's up to you, they are your slaves. And then Allah, he says, this is the day when the truthful one, they will enjoy heaven with gardens and rivers. So this page alone is enough to prove to us many things. Whoever the one who wrote the Quran, he have no idea what Christianity is about. Again, this is chapter 5 verse 116. Chapter 5 verse 116. Focus with me, guys, focus. Chapter 5 verse number 116, 117, 118, 119. And here we need to ask ourselves a question. As long the Muslims, they have a logic, and the logic is how Jesus became your God. Shouldn't they ask Allah how Allah think that Mary is part of the Trinity? How even Allah think that he is part of the Trinity? Because not a single Christian believe in Allah as part of the Trinity. The Muslim, they will say to you, the Arab Christian, they use the word Allah, but this is because they are under the occupation for 400 years. For us, we go by names or titles written about God, which is in the Bible. We cannot find Allah in the Bible anywhere. If you say to me this is in translation, well, this is why it's called translation. A second ago I said to you, not a single place in the Quran it says Jesus. This is not true. The same goes for the translation. Any translator, he put the word Allah in Arabic Bible, is a false translation. Here we go. This is the Quran says, قال عيسى ابن مريم. Isa said, the son of Mary. Isa, there's no Jesus. So this is a false translation when you say Jesus. It's kind of deception actually. Whoever in his translation changed the name, he is a deceiver, or he is ignorant. So here we notice that the author of the Quran, he have no idea, and he think what he think about the Trinity. And not only that, claiming that the Trinity, which is Mary, Isa, and Allah, is the one who will stay and sustain itself until it is the judgment day. Now, where is the Christian believer who believe until the judgment day that Mary is part of the Trinity? We cannot find them. So this is a false prophecy. If somebody want to say to me, oh, in the time of Muhammad there is a group of people believe that Mary is part of the Trinity, let us assume that this was true, which I cannot support it in any way, any mean. There is some people who until now they think highly of Mary, and why not? We think highly of her always. I mean, God, he chose her to give birth to the Messiah. But there is no Christian sect believe in such a thing. But let us say, for the sake of argument, that there was a cult like Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormon, you know, there's many of them, believe that Mary, she was part of the Trinity somehow, somewhere. But that will not give an excuse to the God of Islam to consider Christianity is this Trinity, because that's mean that Allah do not know that the major number of Christianity, which is, let us say, 9999999.999999999 believe in different Trinity. So Allah, if you want to refute the Christian, he should mention what the majority believe, not the minority, if those minority exist. Especially the verses are so clear that this is about the judgment day, which means this cult which is saying supposedly Mary is God, they should be exist until the judgment day, where we can find them. Neither the Protestant, neither the Catholic, neither the Orthodox believe that Mary is God. So here we see Allah, he says that Isa is not, but he don't tell us why. This is number one. Allah is saying that Isa is not God, but why he don't tell. In different verse we will see why. Mary is not God, but in this chapter here it doesn't say why. In different verse we will see why.